Carolina. Mark Harris, the congressman, with us tonight here on the Hill. Nice to have you back, sir. Thanks for being with us. So you say you'd like to see the needle move. Where do you want it moved to?
Well, Blake, thank you. It's an honor to be with you as always. Listen, we went into this process with a budget framework and agreeable. We wanted to see $1.5 to $2 trillion in cuts, and it appears that we're going to get there. I'm hopeful. But obviously, I think that as we are moving forward, we really need to make sure that we're able to get the maximum that we can get in this bill. The president has made it clear that he wants to move toward a balanced budget. I think that we wanted to get to the point where we can, as you've heard some others talk about in the Medicaid, the work requirements that we were going to add there, some of those things are very, very important. And really getting it to a place where we deal with the expansion of Obamacare, which is really one of the big problems and how we've gotten into this spending mess thus far. And so a lot of those things haven't been done now, but I'm hopeful that we'll get there before we get to the final bill.
So you just heard from Congressman Stanton, I believe, who, when I basically asked him, what's the future of your party, he went to health care and Medicaid. And here was Hakeem Jeffries, the top Democrat on the Hill earlier today. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
House Republicans are trying to jam another GOP tax scam down the throats of the American people, where the overwhelming majority of the benefits will go to the wealthiest 1% in the United States of America, and they want to pay for it by sticking us with additional debt, trillions of dollars of additional debt.
He also went on to slam the idea of possible cuts to Medicaid. You won your district by 19 points, Congressman. You're safe, right? But if you put forward a bill that has real changes to Medicaid and cuts to Medicaid, do you worry that flips the House? Do you worry that puts Senate Republicans, some of them, in a tough spot?
Well, I think what we're really looking at here is messaging and helping folks to understand that what we're doing right now is not sustainable. And Medicaid is going to implode on itself. And, you know, that whole line about we're looking to give tax breaks to the rich, listen, they need to get a new writer because that narrative is so old and just used over and over again.
Do Republicans though need to get a new do Republicans need to get a new narrative though on spending? Because I know you said 1.5 trillion, but there have been estimates out this week that y'all could add north of 3 trillion to the deficit.
Oh, I think before it's all said and done, I'm in favor of getting up there toward the $3 trillion. But we've got to get something that's manageable, and I agree. We've got to be more aggressive in our spending cuts and doing some things, not putting off these work requirements for 4 years. In Washington, oftentimes, that's just a way of saying it's never going to get done. And we've got to be more aggressive and serious about what we're doing, but help people understand we want to preserve Medicaid. And if we don't take care of it for who it was intended for, then we're going to lose it completely because it's not sustainable. We're headed toward a $1 trillion cost for the program that is not going to be sustainable. So listen, we've got to extend the tax cuts because we want to make sure that every American doesn't see a huge tax increase. And so that's critical, and we've got to maintain that.
I thought there was a fascinating moment up on the Hill today. There's been a question. I think most folks would think it's reasonable, Congressman. Why are members of Congress allowed to trade stocks, right? You guys get information, and some might say, are they trading off it? I don't know, but the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, was asked about it today, about a possible ban on stock trading. Here's what he said.
Yeah, you want me to tell you my honest opinion on it? I mean, I'm in favor of that because I don't think we should have any appearance of impropriety here.
On to basically lay out the case, Congressman, that members of Congress haven't had a raise since 2009. With inflation, it's up 31%. Some can't afford lifestyles in 2 different cities, and so maybe they need to be in the markets. What do you make of that argument, and are you for a ban on congressional stock trading?
Well, listen, I'm a freshman. I've been up here 5 months, and I have yet to get any information that would be considered insider trading. So I don't know where that continues to come from in that thought. I haven't seen it. But I will say that just from my own case, any stock that I owned once I won an election and was sworn in, I moved that over to where it is simply managed by an advisor without me involved with it at all.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.